What's up, YouTube family? See what you guys were doing today. Haven't shaved in a minute. I've had exactly 3 weeks off to get in this new house, so see who pops up on here. I'm working on my office, so as soon as I do that, I'll actually be able to look like a professional live. Let me turn my notifications off here, or my do not disturb on. My look, 100 people are gonna end up calling while I'm here. What's up, Tiffany? Make sure, like always, hit the like button and let me know if my sound is good. That screws up a lot. How's it going, patriotism? Appreciate you guys. I'm in the middle of getting this house going. I bought a new house. I'm in it. I've been working on it. We're working on the basement, so I now live. Don't remind me. Thank you, Harris. I appreciate it. Don't remind me. I'm now a Wisconsin resident. So, morning from New Zealand. How you doing, Francis? Good to see you, Bert. What's up, man? Doing good. Doing good. Just chilling. Getting back from the gym. I got a little bit of time to sit down for a minute after all this work. We had electricians and drywall guys and ductwork guys and plumbing guys. So we've been really, really busy the last couple of years. I don't go back to work till next week. So make sure you hit the like button and let's get rolling. I'd like to thank you guys all for just being my family on here, sharing my stuff, loving my stuff, encouraging me because life gets a little stressful here. La Loca, how you doing? God bless you too. Rudin, Rudin, nice to see you, brother. What's up? What's up, TBH? How's the wifey doing? I just seen her. She runs the gym that I go to. That I just came from. She's at her desk. She's doing good. She's doing good. She's working with me on this house. So on radioactive waves. Appreciate you. Greetings, Lacey. Lacey, one of my favorites on here. Yeah, the time off is nice, and then we start school. I go back to school in about 3 weeks. Be back in school with the kids. Man, I'm wishing that someone would let me do some video on there so you could check out some of these kids. I know it's just against policy, but man, we would have so much fun if they let me do some videos with these kids at the school. They are awesome. Philip, what's up, man? My brother, I love you, man. I'm praying for the next event that you have, man. That article was great that we did, Philip. Everyone, my brother Philip Lease, he does a great organization that he runs, and I love the people. That's why I went to go see in Ohio. Love you guys dearly. Great family, great atmosphere, great everything, man. Julie, what's up to the UK? What's up, Mr. Man? Tired Army combat vet. Tommy, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Kathleen, how you doing? I had a lot of questions after that tasing video I made. We'll get into that. I'll tell that story here in a minute. Christian, you guys go back to patrol when school season is off. Yeah, we did. They want us to take a lot of our benefit time during the summer. So usually June, we work June, and what they did was they had us work with our drug unit and back on patrol, but not in a like a typical patrol form. We were just out there kind of for a presence and to socialize and to just be a good presence out there. Kathleen, there's a storm coming 9:15. Be ready. I will check into that. If there's any specifics, let me know. But yeah, it's the school season is so much fun. I don't ever want to stop doing that. I did enough time on the road and in the detective bureau and working violent cases and shootings and murders and all that stuff. I mean, it's rewarding, it's heartbreaking, it's fun all at the same time because it's just you're making a huge difference in that stuff. But it wears on you. It did wear on me after many years of doing it. So the school is a nice break. Kathleen, yes, I agree. I agree. We should have a live about that, about prophecy. I love stuff like that. It's what I'm kind of obsessed with, among other things. Francis, can't wait to see more of your video. The tasing looks fun. Oh my gosh. If that was on video of me tasing myself, I'm telling you that would be like that would be a viral video like no other. That was so bad. Luckily it was before the days of the body cams. This was, I want to say, it's got to be going on 14, 15 years ago that it happened. Long time ago. Kayla the Watcher, how you doing? I love when you're on here too. Will you ever collab with Donut Operator? You got to show me who that is. Donut Operator. I got to look him up. I'll do collabs. Once I get settled in this house, I'll start doing more collabs. I was doing some podcasts, and I'm looking to maybe do some more really, really soon. I know I got to get on Minnesota's page, um, but I'm looking to. I did some with Sean Paul Reyes from Long Island Audit a while back. He really helped me out a lot on here. But what came with that, kind of came a lot of extra opportunities that came my way, and so it's been hard for me to set aside a certain amount of time so I can go start doing other people's podcasts and speaking more to publicly on other people's shows and stuff, or bringing people on here eventually. But I want to start doing that more pretty soon. I just had to turn down a lot of offers recently because of I got 7 kids. I was trying to move. I got married. I was on my honeymoon. But I'm settling down though, so I'm doing a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, so remind me of those collabs, and you can always email me at Matt, MATT, at mfbyouth.org. That's where you can always get me. What's up, Trevor? What do I think of the situation here in Texas? Which one are you talking about, the Texas situation, brother? I'd have to know. Uh, I'm good. How you doing today? Kayla, I'm doing good. My city is Zion, Illinois. And see if you're from it's Zion. In the Bible, it's Zion. But if you're from where I'm from, it's Zion. You always tell some people who's from our city because we always say Zion. That's just how we say it. So if you say it wrong, then you're not from here. That's what we always say. But I love my city. We're gonna start doing seminars across the country, training the PDs. Bert, that's a good question. How police the country the right way? I speak a lot as of right now, but as soon as I get a little bit more time, I would love to do more of that. I've spoken. I was on a good conference down in Peoria. Different opportunities come, but again, I still work full time and I teach on the side. So it's just a matter of finding the time. But if there's an opportunity, I'm saying email me because I love to travel anywhere that they'll listen and give me some ears. I would love it because people respond when I teach uh, class. I teach all about officer wellness and officer wellness goes hand in hand with policing correctly. People don't realize this. They work together. If you police with your emotions and incorrectly and with an ego, all it's going to lead is to a decline in mental health because you're not a happy person. You look at the world as us against them. You're never going to be happy. So that's what kind of my focus of the class that I teach is. So, what's up, TNS Gaming? Appreciate that, Ron. That like means that's my goal. Ron Williams, that's my goal is to change the way that people see police. That's always been my goal. Trevor, I want to say thank you for the service and your work helping make the change people need. I appreciate it, Trevor. That's awesome. I love hearing that. That's my mission. My mission. The honeymoon video. Yeah, my wife is something else. She is the best. Maya, how you doing? Yeah, hit the like, peeps. Listen to Lacey. She's gonna get you. Hit the like. What's going on? Chewy. Chewy's on here, man. That's my guy. How you doing, man? Oh, I love you. I love one of the greatest families ever. Chewy, the Ariano family is one of the greatest families, period. I love those guys. I love all you. Say what's up to everybody. Yeah, on radioactive waste, I'm a busy man. Yeah, 7 kids. I got, let's see. My 2 oldest they don't live with me because they're grown. So 25, 23, 15, 11, 8, 8, and 4. Sometimes I get confused myself. 6 girls too. It's rough around here. Greg Abbott tells state troopers not give water. Wow, I got to check into that. Excel, I got to check into that for sure. I didn't even. I haven't looked into that. I will. I will definitely see what that's about. That sounds horrible. How many Freemasons have you worked with? I don't know too much. I've seen those around my city, but I don't. A lot of them, I just remember a few times dealing with them. And if you deal with one, there's inevitably a bunch more going to come. They stick together. But I really don't know too much about that. It's not huge around my city. I'm from Germany. Should I visit the U.S.? Alex, yes. There's some beautiful cities here in the United States. Let's see some of my favorites: New Orleans, Vegas. I love Gatlinburg. I just visited. Let's see, Orlando was great. There's just a ton of great places in the U.S. But yes, you got to get here. Joseph, good afternoon. Hope all is well. I wish hope all is well too. Hey, Joseph, oh, I recognize the picture. Man, when you send me those messages, you tell me stuff, that means so much to me. I really appreciate you, Joseph. I really do. I read a lot of these. I wish I could respond to every one of them, but I really, really, truly appreciate you guys. Excel, yeah, that's man. Tell your brother to keep his head up, do his job right. I love it. I love it. Your friends that are cops here in El Paso and appreciate your message. Man, tell that means a lot to me. See, when I get support, I get a lot of clapback from other cops, and I don't know why. I speak truth, and number one, the reason I speak truth is because the Lord Jesus saved me a while back, and I've just grown to just love speaking what is true. And if you speak truth in love, I don't do it to make people mad, but if they take it a certain way, I'm not budging from my truth. So when I get a lot of clapback from other cops, it pains me, but I'm not going to stop doing what I do. So when I hear that I get support, that means so much to me. It really does. And you hire me as chief of police. That's funny, Bert. Yeah, that'd be a nice pay raise. I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, Mount Rushmore, Patriots, Mount Rushmore is good. There's so many places that are good in the United States to go check out. Have I done a prank on my coworkers? I've done a ton of pranks on my coworkers. Oh my gosh. I think the one that really started the line stepper challenge when I started using that hashtag, and I've explained what that hashtag is about. The funniest, most ridiculous thing I've done is when you take ketchup packets and you place them under the toilet seat, the seat that goes down. You can't see them. So you place them under there nice and soft, nice and far, about one on each corner, and the next person that sits on that is gonna their ketchup packets are gonna explode all over them, all over the backside, all over the pants. I hit people with that. Oh my gosh, they get so mad at that. But yeah, that's line stepping. But that was some of the most hilarious pranks I've ever done. Done that quite a few times. Then they hate and they know who to look for too. And I go run for cover. Thank you, Kathleen. That means a lot to me. Make sure you hit the like button. And here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go into the story because people have been asking me that taser story where I tased myself. I made a video about that. You can check it out. There's a few videos ago. It really happened. That is a true story. What happened? Okay, so let me lay out the scene for you. I'm right on midnight shift. Right, it's dark, and I go to and what we had an open air drug market when heroin first came out. In the outbreak was maybe about 12 years ago, something like that. We had an epidemic in our city. So the MO would be for when we caught on to it pretty quickly at the time. So at the time, the drug dealing has changed so much. But the MO at the time was that someone who was selling would get picked up by a vehicle. They'd drive around the block and they would speak louder. Am I loud enough? Can you all hear me? So people in the sellers would get picked up and they would drive around the block. They do the transaction and then they get out. So I caught on to that and I saw one that was about to go down. And what happened was I they didn't I remember I don't know if they didn't turn signal or they did something where I had probable cause to stop the vehicle. So I stopped it and the guy got out and ran from the vehicle. And at the time, I had a choice to make. I had a quick decision to make. Do I stay with the vehicle or do I chase this guy who I know that this lady just picked up and had drugs on? So so I decided to chase him. And I'm not one of them donut eaters. I'm in good shape. I always have been. Really fast. Speed was my thing when I was growing up, and I still got good speed. So I chase him down. I'm hawking this dude down, and he goes and jumps. So he does this header over a fence. Is a metal fence, and he lands in this. I want to say it was a garbage can. It was some other debris that he landed in. And at the time, policy was okay because at the time we could tase someone that was fleeing. That was perfectly within policy. So I took out my taser and I'm going. I reached right over the fence where he landed. I put the bead on him and I pulled the trigger. And those the prongs bounced off that metal stuff and came back and wrapped around me. So here I am taking that full 5 seconds. It was awful. I fall forward against the fence, and when you get tased, you cannot feel anything other than the pain. You lose, like drop everything in your hand. You can't move. The only thing I could do was move my eyes, and I took the whole 5 seconds. Everything falls. I fall against the fence, and all I can do is look up and see this guy jump another fence and then cut off into the night. So he heard me screaming, and there's no way that he didn't look back and ran out of sight. I never identified this guy. So all I know is that I know what he had on him, and he got away, and he's got a story that he can tell his buddies. They probably laugh about this constantly all the time. So that was my challenge. I want to find this man. The statutes of limitations are so gone. I just want to laugh and get his side of the story on what happened. I think it would be hilarious to meet him. And everyone thinks I'm trying to set him up. No, I want to hug the guy because I think that's one of the funniest stories of my career. That 5 seconds sucked, and then you could hear the audio. You could hear the audio of what happened. And if you would have heard me squealing like a like a little 5-year-old girl, it was so bad. And then I start cussing because I was so mad trying to unwrap all the taser wire from me. I was mother effer, like I was cussing up a storm. That's what you can hear on the audio. But the video was only a squad cam, so I ran out of view, so you couldn't see it. But then, oh my gosh, did I get ribbed and kidded and teased? Never identified the guy. I have no idea who he is. I just want to meet him. So let's find this man. Let's share that video and find this man. If we can do a video of me and him talking about that incident, I think that would be great. And like I said, I have no animosity towards him. I would laugh at, or I would give him a big old hug if I met him. So that's the story. So share that video. We got to find this man. Find this man. I want to do a video with him. I want to meet him and just and find out who he is. Let's see. Let's go with some of these questions. Let's see. Let's say Chewy, they got a fight for me August 5th. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go Chewy, make sure I get some tickets. I want to go see you fight. Chewy's a great boxer. One of my kids. There's a famous picture of me standing with him on my community page on YouTube. That's Chewy right there. That's my guy. Fabulous kid. Thank you, Joseph. That means a lot, man. I have no patience. I get it, man. I wanna. I'm glad that I can give you some hope, and that message means everything. Let's see. Oh yeah, Minnesota. I take the full 5 seconds. Yes, I've been sprayed too. Pepper spray is way worse than a taser. Taser taser wears off once it's done. Once that 5 seconds is over, it doesn't hurt no more. But that 5 seconds is hell. But yeah, no, I don't want that pepper spray. I'd rather get tased again. Netherlands is in the house. What's up? What's up? Yes, Caleb. Let's make this. Let's find this man. He is in no trouble. I just want to make him aware that man. He gave me a great memory. Oh, you got. Oh, that's sad. That's sad to hear, Zeg. Yeah, on radio waves or radioactive waves. That's the issue I have with the ego in my profession. Like, how do you take yourself that seriously? I never have. Like, I'm so afraid of my own mama. Like, why? How do you take? How can you not laugh at yourself? There's certain situations where you just can't help but just die laughing at yourself, and that's one of them. But I've never been one to like. Okay, I've been very outspoken about my level of education and that I'm very blessed to even have this career. I don't take myself serious enough to get offended um, and don't want to clap back at people. I just never like. I really don't. If you say something bad about me, you're actually saying it about my uniform, but not me. Because if you knew me, you'd love me. So I don't take it personal at all. And I think that's the thick skin that you got to have in this profession. You see a lot of these exchanges, and you see all these audit fails. It's because these dudes get their little feelings hurt, and they can't just take a loss or take, I guess, in their own mind, a loss and it's like they forget that they swore an oath to the Constitution, and they just want to police with their feelings. And I've never seen eye to eye with that from day one, and I've never understood it. Don't take yourself so seriously. Let's see, man, I would love that, Caleb. We got to find this person. Questions for you on my community page. Let's see. Bird, I appreciate that, man. Oh, people know each other here. That's so cool. Lacey, man. I just bought a motorcycle. Motorcycle officer came from my PD, offered to give me some pointers, and pointers he gave. That's good, man. Patriotism. That's so I don't do motorcycles. I'm terrified of them, but that's pretty cool stuff. Let's see. See. Snark, have you stopped a bad cop? I've yeah. There's a lot of stuff that I can't publicly speak on as far as like specifics, but yes, I've let's see, over my years, I have put bad cop in handcuffs. I've if there's ever any issue, and I made it clear earlier that I'm not afraid to go and make something happen as far as telling somebody above us, going to administration like this happened and this dude needs to be addressed. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Let's see. Oh, I've testified in the court against other officers. I have no issue with it, but I think and a lot of this happened early on. And one of my personal blessings, is once guys found out that I'm not going to think and go with and have an opinion just because of you wear the same uniform as me or ride with you if you're doing wrong. That reputation spreads quickly, and whether you hate me or agree with me, or it helped me a lot because it showed people that yeah, we're not going to pull it. If I am doing bad, I'm not doing it in front of him because he don't play. So that's what I encourage other officers to do. Make it be known. Make it known. I'm not a tyrant, and if I see tyrant behavior, I'm gonna turn you in. And once you get that reputation, it'll stick with you. And that kind of helped me from the get go. That stuff happened early on in my career. I just made it known. I treat people right, and if you don't, then I'm gonna go tell somebody. I don't mind snitching. We swore an oath. Hi, William. What's up, man? Texas Edith. What's up? Alpha. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Joe Cool. Man, I appreciate that. Joe Cool from Chicago. It's nice out here, huh? See, I'm a Wisconsin resident now, but my city of Zion is right across the border, so we're very north. So it wasn't a far move. I maybe moved 20 minutes north from my old spot. But yeah, I've never been a Wisconsin resident. Sorry, Illinois. I didn't mean to sell you guys out, and I still feel some sort of way about it. Hey, Matt from Ohio. Problem is confidential. Yeah, I can't. There's been a lot of incidents, Ron. That's a big thing. Let's see. Joe Cool, my man. Yeah, Lacey's awesome. Have I ever let anyone out of a ticket because they made me laugh? I've number one, first and foremost, I like writing tickets. I'm glad that I haven't had to do that in so long. I hated doing it. I hated costing people headaches or enforcing that. That's like my least favorite thing to do in this job. My number one favorite thing to do is just be a social person and love people and take care of people. But yeah, I mean, it's happened over the years. It really has. You do have discretion on stops, and if somebody cracked me up, I'm sure I did over the years. Just let them go. I was the king of warnings anyway. I just wasn't a fan of all that stuff. Let's see. Nathaniel, peace right back. Cynical. I get MFB shirts are available on a link. We only have a temporary link that I'll try to put up like every 2 months, but I'll let you guys know. Alpha Kenny Body. Yeah, like let's see, a lot of people have had their feelings protected. I feel like people didn't get bullied when they were young. Not saying bullying is good, but it can be good for you. I can't disagree with that. And actually, I had a bunch of older cousins and people that I grew up with, and they didn't let me have thin skin. Like when we were growing up, if you did something stupid or you started whining like a little girl or you got your feelings hurt too easily, we just beat you up or punch you. So I guess that taught me from a young age that you got to have thick skin and don't take yourself that seriously. It humbles you actually a little bit. I'm not saying that it's good to bully people, but in some sort of way of being toughened up growing up, it will help because it really does thicken your skin. true. Let's see. Let's see. When becoming an officer, what are some tips that you would have liked to know early on? Early on, I would have liked to know about the mental health aspect of it. Nobody ever talked about that, about the toll that it would take. About the early on, I would have liked to been given some sort of warning. I did not realize it was so much of we're the good guys and they're all the bad guys. They're the violators. Um, it was almost like the militarization part of it. I did not see coming. No idea that was what they were going to train you to be or try to instill that type of mentality in. I wish I'd had a heads up on that, because it really was uncomfortable from the get go. I'm not at war with anybody. I've never been us against them. I got this job because I love people. I love to help people, and I wanted to positively impact people. I never had any issue. I grew up with half my best friends and family and so a lot of them were involved in some sort of criminal activity growing up, or weren't necessarily law-abiding citizens growing up. But I had love for them too. I didn't understand where all this animus came from, and this us against them. I wish I'd had more of a heads up on that. I never joined this, and this is where I make a lot of the cops mad. But I never joined this to be part of some blue fraternity. I didn't want to be. I'm not. That means nothing to me. I'm not in this. I'm in this because I love the people. I feel like I'm one of the people. I just happen to get hired into a position of where I'm able to enforce laws, but I'm still one of the people. I never thought I was better than anybody. Never looked down on any. Never looked down on any criminal or whoever it is. I've never looked down or thought I was any better than anybody. I just have a job. So those are a few of the things that I would have liked to know back in the day. Joe Cool. Yep, man, man, come up, man. Set up a meeting. We'll go eat lunch, man. Much love out here. Oregon, man. I gotta get there. I love out west. Salvador versus Tito WFB boxing. I gotta look that up. Is that an upcoming fight? Denver. I love Denver. Been there a few times. Let's see. Put this cop stuff aside. You seem like a really cool guy to have over for a bar. Yeah, I'm a fun dude, man. I grew up with man. I can mingle and interact with anybody. I love all people. I'm a I'm a follower of Jesus Christ, so I can mingle with the pastor just as well as I can a gang leader. I just love people, and I could get along with anybody. I run an organization, and I meet so many different people. You wouldn't believe some of the people that I've rubbed elbows with, and that are my biggest allies. It would probably amaze you. Straight up stop and abuse of bad dog groomer right there in the tracks. Yeah, yeah. See, Kayla, that's the reputation you want to have. You want to be known. I learned one time that you want to be known if you're known for loving people and doing good and always trying to do what's right, then you should lead a more peaceful life. If you're known for doing right, you won't really invite any drama into your life. You have less stress, and you just live easier. And that's what you have to do. And sometimes doing right encompasses stepping up and having to report some stuff. Is Nick still working on the police department? Yes, Nick actually just got promoted. The young stallion. We used to make a lot of funny videos. You want to check my old stuff? But I did it with they're both sergeants now. Luff, who we call the Silver Fox, and Nick, who we call the Young Stallion. They're both sergeants. They're both doing well. I see them all the time. Two of my great friends on the PD. Very awesome. They love people. Our personalities rubbed off on each other, and we always treat people good. So we kind of try to set a precedence when we all were detectives, and I think it spread. The love and joy and cheer spread. I love them dudes. There was so many memories with them too, and we've been through it all together. We've solved homicides together. We've solved shootings. We've been there when people have been in dangerous situations. I mean, we've had a lot of stuff in our city that's happened over the years with them, We have a city. It's not very big, but it's pretty busy for how big it is. And we've had 6 or 7 officer involved shootings. Some really hairy situations that we've all been through together. I mean, it kind of bonds you with the people that you're closest to, and those were 2 of the guys I was closest to. So they're great dudes. I love those dudes, and we love to mess with each other. Yeah, hit the like button. Everybody, hit the like button. Let's see. The academy trained police to treat citizens with disdain. Ryan, that's a good question. I believe certain instructors did. You got this sense, and they won't say it out loud, but I thought that a certain aura. They always push this officer presence. Like you're the authority. They're the violator. This is how you act. So it was almost like a. It was almost like they're setting up a how do I say it? Like a kind of an ideology that we're the good guys and they're a little beneath us because they're the citizens and they're the violators and they're the ones that that you have to treat at times and protect. And it's almost like a, I wouldn't say a disdain, but like a kind of a beneath type of thing. And I hated it. I never bought into it. And not everyone was like that. But and every training facility is different. But what I don't remember ever is the cherishing of the citizens. The we work for the citizens. We're actually the citizens' employees. Um, they are to be held their rights and their presence and their just their existence is to be cherished. I never got that sense, and that's how I always felt. I mean, I'm doing this for the people, and to me, it's an honor to protect the people. So that's what I think is lacking. And along with the oath and the Constitution that it needs to be followed. Nobody ever really they didn't harp on the purpose of the Constitution, which is to govern over us. Like that's who keeps us in check. That was not stressed nearly enough. Like those are that I mean that's the commandments, like the 10 Commandments in the Bible, the Constitution. That's what they are. They are not to be played with fast and loose. They're to be taken as an oath, and we swore our oath. And I'm gonna steal this from one of my comments. That was the greatest line. We swore our oath on a Bible, not on a comic book. So you swear to uphold that, and I don't think that's stressed enough at all. And what I've seen. Joey, what's up, man? Say content. I appreciate you, Joey. That means a lot to me. All right. If my YouTube dies out like it does every other time I do this, I'm gonna get back right back on. So stay with me. Has got much bigger purpose for you, Matt. Bert saying this. Keep seeking out ways your voice heard across. That's what I want to do, and that's what I appreciate you guys. I mean, even if it's just certain ears. I never imagined that people would be following and listening because I've been saying these things for so long. But now that the YouTube and you guys have helped me create this platform, and that I just want to springboard off. I want to grow more, and I want to get in front of some people that can take me seriously and take these, start making these slow changes and implement and change the way. We need to demilitarize and the mindset. I've been saying that forever, and if I can be a part of helping that, I'm honored. I just want to speak truth. That's it. Yep, Ron. That's what we need to stress. It all starts with the training, and it's not just the academies too. It's the FTOs. I've seen a lot of examples, and I'm not just pointing at my specific PD, but other PDs and other attitudes. The FTO is really who gives the rookie their personality. So there's a lot of stress. I used to be an FTO, but there's a lot of responsibility on them. And if you get a FTO that's a tyrant, that has an ego, that is a bully, oh my gosh, that rookie is that PD's got issues. You need to check your FTOs and check their attitudes and check how they treat people and check how they're telling the rookies to treat people. And if it's not the right stuff, then man, do a self check, do an inventory, do an audit on yourselves, and make sure because the rookies will take on the personality of who's training them. That's a fact. I was blessed enough to have some good FTOs, but not everybody is. So just remember that, man, because that's where it really starts. Um, Hands on, like the next, you're literally riding with this person for months, and if they're nasty and they're a jerk and they don't respect the people, or they don't respect the the the, the honor of serving and cherishing the people, then you got issues. Jonathan, what's up, man? Gabriel, what's up? Hey, Ryan, one of my favorites. Ryan, how you doing, brother? The other Ryan, what suggestion would you have for officers that may be exhausted for their current duties? Can't they switch assignments for some time? If you're exhausted, there's a lot of resources you can go to now. You can ask them to switch assignments. You can get some mental health check, which I'm huge on. You got to stay up on your mental health. We are not meant to walk this, number one, this earth alone without God. I'll never stop stressing that. That's number one to me. Um, but we're not meant to walk this and deal with all the stuff we see without some help. Um, and there was a stigma on that for such a long time. You would be looked at as weak if you want a mental, like some mental evaluation, mental help, or just somebody to vent to. That's very important. So yeah, go to your bosses, go to who you think, and if you think that they're gonna ding you for it, there's laws set in place that they can't hold that against you. Hallelujah, Joe. What's up, man? What's up, Mary? How you doing from Texas? Let's see, Ron. I'm not saying that why so many cops have beards these days. Even they, Ron, that's funny. I don't know when that started. The beard thing with cops. I haven't been to work in a while, but we don't have a beard policy anymore. It used to be um, really stringent. The policies. No, most PDs wouldn't let you have goatee or the ridiculous mustache look. Like I just say you. It doesn't matter. It's how you treat people. It really is how you treat people. And I've always been a big advocate of as long as you're physically apt and physically able, who cares if you got tattoos, you got facial hair? It's how you treat people. The only physical thing that I've been stressing that we need to make mandatory in this job, appearance wise, is your physical condition. You shouldn't be 300 pounds with a 50-inch waistline. And yeah, if I'm fat shaming you, I'm sorry. Um, but I'm really not sorry because if somebody was to hurt my daughter and I wasn't here and they're standing 10 yards ahead of you and you can't reasonably be able to chase them because you're out of shape, then you shouldn't. That should really be looked at. Physical condition is part of this job. It's what we kind of signed up for. So that's the only physical thing that I think should be any sort of policy violation. Terminal Lance, how you doing? Let's see. Snark and say, I love that nickname, by the way, man. I really do. Rough Adams the Gray. Are you ever afraid for your safety being a maverick detective? No, no. I've accepted that. You know what? If certain people, I'm pretty public. If certain people have a vendetta with me, it is what it is. I believe wholly. I can't say that I believe in the Lord Jesus who saved me and not believe in His protection. So I fully lean into that. 100%. I believe I'm protected. I believe that He has a plan for my life that's not going to be disrupted by some disgruntled bad cop or some disgruntled person. I have full faith that I'm very protected. So I don't really think about my safety too much when it comes to that. I'm cognizant of my safety while I'm at work. I mean, you have to be a solid cop. You have to know your surroundings and know if there's a threat around. But as far as like worrying about it, I don't stress. No, the one chip challenge was too funny. Mary, oh my gosh, that was horrible. One chip challenge, do not do it. That was one of the worst things the stupidest thing I've done. It was awful. I would dissuade you from doing that. So you think, yeah, Ryan, that's a good, so good. Also should have to say their own oath individually, not as a group. A lot of times, they probably couldn't even tell you what the oath said. To be honest with you, a lot of it. A unicorn. I've gotten that quite a bit. I never realized that, but I guess that's a compliment. So I appreciate that. Pluto. Pluto Coffins. How do you feel about drug addicts? I absolutely my heart goes out to drug addicts. I found that we actually got Lois. I got her in Teen Challenge, and she was down in Kentucky. She battled for a long time. I love her to death. You'll see. I think I got a couple videos with her in it. But my heart goes out to drug addicts. I'm broken just like they are. Like I struggle with the world just like them. Only they have this dangerous addiction that their body is telling them to do something. And I'm not taking. But obviously, they need to be accountable for starting whatever they started. But my heart goes out to them because I have my own addictions. But I found that witnessing and loving and telling a drug addict that there is hope and giving them hope and loving them is so easy because most of them I've run into, I find that they're humble, like they know that they're broken and they're hurting, so they'll listen to you, and they appreciate being loved because a lot of them have no, a lot of them they have this self identity or so they don't have much self respect left, and they don't want to look in the mirror. But if I tell them you're valuable, and I tell you, you know what? You got. I remember telling a drug addict a long time ago. She was like crying. I caught her with some crack. She's crying to me. She's crying. My life is worthless. My life is not even worth being here anymore. I'm just a drug addict. And I'm like, look, you're only 37, 38 years old. You got like 50 more years on this earth. We can beat this. Get you some help. And I don't know if she wants me saying her name, but I know for a fact that she's gotten herself straight and she's living a great life now. So you can always reach somebody, give them hope that when they feel hopeless. That's why I love talking to drug addicts. First question I usually do ask them though, when I deal with addicts is I'm kind of curious and fascinated. I'm like, how did this addiction begin? And they want to tell their story because they don't want to be there. They don't want to be addicted to something. They know that they think their life is over and their life sucks. So I always ask them, and 9 times out of 10, this is funny, the opioid addiction started with an injury. It started with my doctor prescribed me some Norcos or some oxys, and I just couldn't do it anymore. He wouldn't prescribe it anymore, and I was still in pain. And that's how a lot of the opioid stuff happened. But I drug addicts, I have no problem whatsoever hugging them, buying them food, sitting down with them. I do it kind of when I was on the road. I did it all the time. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel, Pluto. Ryan, this is true. Shows all the rookies the ropes, and that's why they should be held to a super high standard. Joseph, much love right back. Appreciate you, brother. You like UFC? What's your favorite NFL team? Alpha. I love UFC. Um, let's see. Favorite team, NFL teams, obviously the Bears. I'm from my mama's from Chicago. I'm from just north of Chicago. Chicagoland is what we call it. The whole metropolitan area of Chicago. UFC. Actually, one of my old partners was a UFC fighter, Bart Bart Palazewski, look him up. He's got a couple knockouts of the night, and great dude. I love that dude. Uh, Chain, I love you right back. Focus on talking the city. So let's see. Yeah, Ryan, you know I'm a Cub fan. I'm a Cubs, Bulls, Bears. We hate the White Sox. Um, don't lose no followers over that. It's just how it is. North side or south, so you got to pick one around here. And my daddy's from Vegas, so I was grew up on UNLV basketball. Sorry about my YouTube name, Alpha Kenny Body. I haven't. That's funny. That's funny. Without God, I would have gone a long time. Yeah, Kayla, I'm the exact same way. He saved me when I was struggling. That's what I wrote about in my book. How the Lord saved me. I give Him all the credit. I'm nothing without Him. Nothing without Him. And I myself, I tell people this. I'm a firm believer. I'm a Bible believing follower of Jesus Christ. But if you're not, it's okay. I love you. I don't. I hate when Christians will give out this vibe, and it's shame on them too. Give out this vibe that um, they will look down upon you, or you're not a believer. Like no, I don't look at it like that. I love you. I see as myself as I want to show the love that He gave me. I want to show the same love to the world, and that's what our job is. And if you want to look at examples of what being godly is, it's only one real example. I'm not the example. The example was Jesus. So don't get distressed um, when you see. Don't judge it off of what people's actions are, because people are going to let you down, but God never will. Appreciate you, Bert, man. I'm working hard on this house. I'll go back to work next week. So let's see. What's up, Abdu One? What's up, man? Oh, Snarkin says, um, I appreciate that. I don't know what to say, but I appreciate that big time, big time. But what you see is what you get. This is just me. I love people to talk, and I'm honored to even be on here talking. Facts don't care about your feelings. That's a great term. I remember the first person I ever heard say that was Ben Shapiro. I watch a lot of his stuff. He's a brilliant guy. I wish I could argue like him. Really, really smart guy. A lot smarter than me. Zeg Meg, man, if you guys want to see, I'm going to try to make time to be on some streams. Hit me up, Matt@mfbyouth.org. Edward Collins. As far as you can see, there's none anymore. I'm trying to change that. I would love for you to give me a chance. There is some hope, or check out some of just look a little deeper. I really do wish there was more outspoken cops like myself. Maybe some people don't have the platform to say it. Maybe some people aren't allowed. I know there's a lot of PDs that won't let their officers talk the way that I talk out on social media. Luckily, I'm blessed to have a great chief and a great staff that governs over me. Well, I got to do a video with him one of these days too. I'm gonna get on Chief to get on one of my videos. But there are a lot. I just wish there was more that spoke out. I really do. Question. Police that don't wear a seatbelt. Is that a part due to a vest being uncomfortable? No, they should always wear a seatbelt because that's the law. That's inexcusable, and I guarantee it's against their policy. I wear mine. That's on you. And if you get caught, you're going to get in trouble, and rightfully so. You wear it. You're supposed to wear it, and you have to wear it. Who wants to go there? I got a money maker. This is my pretty. I'm moisturized. I don't want this pretty money maker to go through a windshield. I wear my seatbelt. I'm just kidding. I'm actually old and ugly. Nathaniel grew up partially as a Black Hebrew Pentecostal attendee, Firehouse. To check into that, I think I've had some discussions with Black Hebrew Israelites. I had some interesting, loving discussions with them about sharing different thoughts and beliefs. I love talking about stuff like that. God bless you, Jose. Right back. Yes, Ryan, I do. I put my life in the protector's hands. He said that he will. He promised. He made it. The Lord promised us we would find struggles, but He would always be in there to lean on. Read the Psalms. Read the Psalms is a good place to start. Let's see. I'm 23 and former meth addict. It's nice to hear this coming from a cop. I'm clean. Man, God bless you, Pluto. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm gonna keep praying for you too. I mean, that's a struggle. I got a cousin. I got a lot of close friends that were one of my best friends growing up. Struggles with addiction. Still love him dearly. I've never thought anything, but I had anything but love for him and pray for him. So that's good. I love stories like that. And tell your story, Pluto. People that have battled and faced and beat addiction have some of the coolest stories ever, and the world needs to hear it. I would encourage you to write it down, or just start telling your story out loud, man. That's powerful. Everyone can relate to a struggle story because we all struggle. Joe, appreciate it, man. I try to just tell people about what the Lord did for me. Yes, my addiction is tattoos. I'm full. People always ask me what my tattoos are. Susie Q, I love you right back. I appreciate you. Yeah, I agree, Mr. J. That is what needs to be addressed, and I think as a nation, the being the fact that we consume so much of the world's drugs, jail is the worst place for an addict. We they need help, and we need more. We implemented in my county. It's called the Way Out program, and it's done wonders to help people. So because it's just putting a band-aid on it and taking them temporarily away from, but it's not getting them real help to just put them in a regular jail cell. They just need it, and my heart goes out to them. Nathaniel, Man, God bless you, man. Says, oh wait, that's awesome, Nathaniel. I love hearing stories like that. Ryan, I would love to, man. Set me up with a PD. I'll go talk. I'll go talk. Only God can change us. I tried it several times on my own and failed each time. That's the story of the gospel. Cannot do this alone. My yoke is easy. My burden is light. That's what Jesus said, Joe. That's what I finally realized 10 years ago. Holy Rose, yes. Holy Rusty D, Andy. Let's see. Any chance you might eventually become a teacher at an academy? I would love to. If you know a hookup or a plug or somebody that we can stress that to, I would love to in a heartbeat become a teacher at an academy. I actually teach a class at Chicago public schools now, and I absolutely love doing it. I love to teach people and just show them my knowledge and just and the best thing is I get to meet more people. I just love meeting people. Anywhere I can talk and go meet people, I'm there. Just set me up. I love people and I love meeting them. So yeah, Ryan, I would love that. It's a dream of mine. I get to retire in several short years. Technically, I can retire in 1 year, but I'd like to work a little bit longer than that and to see what. We'll see where life takes me. I'll see where the Lord leads me. But yeah, teaching would be it'd be so fun. Gary at Noisette, fine for a long time. I appreciate that. I'm just me. What you see, if you were to meet me right now, off a camera, off screen, you would get the same exact Matt. I am who I am. It's who my mama made. Do a live with my beautiful wife. Yes, we've been meaning to do that. Somebody tell me if you do a live, because the audio is my biggest thing, because my studio's not done yet. But if I do a live from my phone, can each one of us have one of these earbuds so they can hear our voice equally? Or how would that work? So I got to figure that out. Figure out how to do that, and I'll do it live with Tennille. She's been wanting to anyway. Yo, Hawaii. You got to get me there. JD, get me to Hawaii. I want to come there. I want to find a way, find a forum, find something. I want to go to Hawaii. About a decade older than me when I was 17. She provided me access. Yeah. A lot of times, man, that that could be because when you're 17, you're impressionable. You're not thinking about the future. And obviously, if you're dating someone older than you, they're gonna have a bigger influence on you. So man, I'm sorry you had to go through that, Pluto, but I am glad that you overcame. Joe, I'm not a pastor. I've been people have inquired about that, but I don't. That's not my path. That's not what I want to do. Never aspired to do. I just want to be this cop that loves the Lord and loves people. I mean, that was what the commandments we were given by Jesus. Love God, love others. That was the two most important commandments when they asked him. But that's all I want to do. And I'll tell you the truth. And if you're not a believer, I love you just the same. I love you too. Don't matter. Let's see. Josh, how you doing? Oh, is that Josh Adams from Zion? I've been good, man. Yes, Ron. That's what I do. I'm not gonna hammer you with it. I'm just gonna be mad. Um, I'm gonna tell you what I believe, but I'm not gonna say what you. I'm not gonna thump you with it, as they would say. I'd rather show you than sit there and a lot of people get in these debates about faith and stuff. You never won anybody by arguing with them. I've never seen somebody say from an argument. I'm going to show you with my actions and my life that Jesus does turn hearts of stone into hearts of flesh, and will change you, and He will give you a spirit of love, and that's what I try to do. Some they seem to judge. Yeah, judging is the last thing. You ever see somebody that judges others or is so critical of people? You'll see it all the time. Um, that's not one of our attributes. We don't. I understand that people that don't believe are not going to believe. My job is to. I see them as a mission field, and I love them. But I would never look down on another human being or judge them or say or stick or thumb my nose. If you'll read in Scripture, those are actually the people that made Jesus the most angry, and that is not the place you want to be. Is on the other side of His anger, and He did that to the Pharisees and Sadducees because you know what? They were the ones that say, "Oh, I'm glad I'm not like those guys. I'm one of the good guys. They're one of the bad guys." That sound like a familiar theme of what I always talk about? That's coming from the Lord. That's where I get my whole issue with cops that think they're better than other people or civilians. I didn't learn that myself. I learned that from God. Bert, big nasty natty. Watch these boys in strips get our first Super Bowl. Oh my gosh. Oh, let's see. What time is it? It is, man, somebody tell me what time it is because I can't see my clock and I don't do technology. I know I just got to leave here at like 3:45. Go golfing with you and your buddies, right? Oh my gosh, you want to see some greens get chopped up? I'm terrible at golf. Let's see. Someone doesn't want to know, Lord, that's their choice. I will treat you as I want to be treated or how you treat me. Yeah, that's the way I see it. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you either way. Yeah, the like button. Hit the like button, you guys. Hit the like button. Loving guys, loving each other. That's the truth. I really appreciate that, Jay. Ron, are you saying that some departments don't want the officer speaking the truth? I don't know whether if that's what it is. I really don't know. I just know that some PDs, you'll see that on a lot of videos. People will cover their badges. That shows me. If you ever see like an emoji over an officer's badge if they're speaking, that means their PD is not allowing them to speak out or represent their PD. A lot of them, I've gotten so many inboxes from other officers that, oh, my PD won't let me speak. I really don't know. I would say it's probably individually, but I don't understand it. Maybe their excuse, maybe they're paranoid that the officer may say something inappropriate. You should have trust in your officers that they're going to act right in a public forum. And a public forum, the internet is a public forum. So I don't buy that. I don't get it. We should be able to speak out, and that shouldn't be. We shouldn't have handcuffs on that. Yes, hit the like button. Dwayne Harris, one of my favorites. I love you, brother. Bread boy, I appreciate that. I'm honored to do so. What is the actual biggest fear a cop has? Zilla, good question. I think that probably would be individual. Um, my biggest fear in the world, I don't like snakes and spiders. I don't like, let's see, I'm terrified of water. I can't swim. But as far as on duty, the biggest fear for me, and I think most cops will agree with this, is when you get called to the office, like the chief or the deputy chief will call you in and not tell you what it is. So your mind automatically goes, "Man, am I in trouble? Did I do something that is?" I don't know why, but that is a fear to us. It's a common fear. But I couldn't tell you why. Psychologists might be able to tell you, but people, I'm not afraid of. I don't like knives. I'd rather get shot than stabbed. I'll tell you that. I don't like blades. But I think that it probably would vary cop to cop. But those are mine. Everybody's addict. Everyone. We all have dealing with stress and life itself. Yep. This world is a struggle. This world is a struggle. I am in the state of Illinois. I go to a church called Journey Church. It's here in Beach. There's two of them. There's one in Kenosha and there's one in Beach Park down the road. My dear friend Jay English. Follow Jay English. It's called Plain English. That's my brother. That's who I look up to so much. He's the one who helped officiate at my wedding. But he's got a great page. Great dude. Late night over there, man. That's a long time. Love you right back. Is that New Zealand? Love you right back, Zeg. Tennessee, y'all. I love Tennessee. I've been there once. It was great. My Snapchat, I don't use Snapchat. You get my email, matt@mfbyouth.org. Man, Dwayne, that's awesome, man. Man, that's awesome. 32 years. That is wonderful to hear. Houston, yeah, you're there in Houston. I love it. Always got big plans for you, Bert Sand, for sure, bud. I love it. I love it. Whatever he leads me to, I'm gonna do. 10:30 a.m. high time. Oh man. Oh man, that's way far away from me. It's got to be around 3:30 now. Not that, Josh. Oh, that's okay. West Virginia, Josh. What's up, brother? JM, amen. How you doing, man? First duet done. Citizen Knot. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Citizen Knot. I love it. Especially It's not right. I want the truth. Attica McBuddy. Why forgive the people that try to kill you? Um, let's see. Especially when you try to talk sense into them. Here's my rationale with that. I This is the way I look at it. I For so many years I disregarded God. I broke all his rules. I was morally I was corrupt. Um, I was a sinful, wretched man, and he let me live. I still breathe his air, and he forgave me. So he gave me that spirit that, you know what, I'm gonna forgive other people too because they're broken just like me. That's the way I see it. I'm not saying that you can't have your own point of view.